Picture Berkshire Hathaway's $279 billion equity portfolio as a relay team stretching back to 1965. The opening runner still carries the heaviest baton, Apple, weighing in at roughly 21.1% of the portfolio. Even after a recent trim and a tariff-driven pullback, Apple's entrenched ecosystem, its perennial iPhone refresh cycle, and its budding artificial intelligence initiative keep it an obvious first leg. Close behind, American Express accounts for about 15.9%. Buffett calls the brand special because that steep platinum card fee attracts higher income spenders who keep swiping in good times and bad, while the closed loop network rakes in transaction fees most rivals only dream of. Coca-Cola follows with a 10% share. By pivoting packaging away from tariff-hit aluminum and diversifying into teas, coffees, and flavored waters, the soft drink icon has stayed both relevant and resilient. And it pours a dividend that has risen for 63 straight years. Energy forms the middle legs of the relay. Chevron represents 6.3%, ready to sprint whenever oil prices climb, fueling a dividend near 5% and multi-billion-dollar buybacks. Occidental Petroleum adds another 4.4%, pairing debt and costs so it can channel more future cash back to shareholders as the crude market stabilizes. Electric Power slips in via BYD, a 1% position that already commands more than 30% of China's EV market and can add roughly 250 miles of range in just 5 minutes of charging. Management wants half of all sales to come from abroad by 2030. An early-stage growth story tucked inside the Berkshire mothership. SiriusXM is smaller at 0.9%, but its turnaround plan to reignite subscriber growth and free cash flow comes with a 5+% dividend that pays investors to wait. Classic Buffett patience at work. Plastic money keeps the baton moving smoothly. Visa holds 1.1% and MasterCard's 0.8%. Neither lends a dime, but together they processed roughly $26 trillion in payments last year, collecting tiny tolls that scale naturally with inflation. Even the Oracle of Omaha tips his cap to the Magnificent Seven with Amazon, another 0.8% slice. Its e-commerce platform rewrote the retail rulebook, and Amazon Web Services quietly powers much of the internet. Two pillars with immense runway and growing AI tailwinds. Finally, Constellation Brands rounds out the squad at 0.7%. Market angst over lower alcohol consumption and cross-border tariffs has driven the valuation below 13 times forward earnings. Yet flagship labels like Corona and Modelo still pour steady cash, and a reasonable US-Mexico trade deal could uncork a re-rating. From tech titans to fizzy drinks, from oil rigs to payment rails, each segment's percentage reveals how Buffett balances offense and defense. The mix is diversified, the businesses are moated, and the strategy has already sprinted nearly 6 decades ahead of the pack. Owning the same names in roughly those proportions lets individual investors lace up beside a marathon champion and keep pace while they sleep.